The following is a production of CUTV Sports.
And we welcome you to the Mercyhurst Athletic Center, the MAC for short, here in Erie, Pennsylvania, as the California Vulcans look to get their first PSAC West victory of the year against the Mercyhurst Lakers here in Erie, Pennsylvania. Joining me is Cody Jeanette. I'm Zach Lamar, and we welcome you here tonight on a beautiful Wednesday night. We're going to look at the last game for California now, a tough game against Slippery Rock.
Yeah, California fell short to Slippery Rock by a final score of 76-61 on November 23rd, just before the Thanksgiving holiday. However, a couple people came up big in that game. Murphy had 13 points with Chris Williams having 4 rebounds. And even regardless of those efforts, they fell short. But Mercyhurst, on the other hand, had a big win against Urbana, final score of 77-52 on November 30th. That was the Saturday after Thanksgiving. And more of an offensive productivity there for Mercyhurst with 15 points, 9 rebounds, showing all around for a few of these players. And Zach, we have a big game here lined up for us tonight.
Yeah, and we actually have a name to watch tonight for California at least, and we're going to go to Tynell Fortune, a junior guard who's really done a lot this year for the Vulcans. You see a lot of highlights here coming against Slippery Rock. He had over 20 points in that game. I'd like to see a lot of the same production here tonight.
Yeah, Tynell Fortune leads the way along with Alonzo Murphy, tied for averaging 12.5 points per game. That leads the whole team by a large margin. Not only behind him is Chris Williams with 9.3, so it's a big margin for him. He's been one of these key factors that this California offense has been looking for so many years, and they found it.
And now we have your starting rosters for the Vulcans. We'll start with Josh Dombrowski, Jake Jakubik, Tynell Fortune, Armin Marks, and Chris Williams. And we'll get to Mercyhurst in just a moment as we have opening tip about to proceed. It is Chris Williams against number 20, Andy Hoying for Mercyhurst. And California actually loses the tip, but is stolen quickly away, but Jakubik keeps it in play. Mercyhurst still has the ball. They'll still control it off the opening tip. We are underway here. That is number 15 for Mercyhurst, Callan Daly. He will control it. And now that is number 3, Jonathan Winyan. He had a big part in last year's game here at the MAC. Hit a last-second shot to send the Lakers to victory. Now over to number 11 for the Lakers. That is Ian Hale. And the shot is taken and is missed, but the rebound is taken by Ian Hale. Mercyhurst still has not given up possession to California just yet. Now working down low, that is number 55, James Ewing, and he will get the first basket of the game for the Lakers. Early 2-0 lead.
Great job by Mercyhurst to finally find a hole in California's defense and capitalize on it.
Now Tynell Fortune will control it over to Jakubik and then to Williams, over to Marks. And one name we are not seeing in the starting lineup here tonight is Alonzo Murphy, one of the leading rebounders for California, as the ball is stolen away by Jonathan Winyan, and he will take it in for a monstrous dunk over Tynell Fortune.
That was a big dunk there. Mercyhurst making a name for themselves early on. California has yet to score.
Mercyhurst, they are a very athletic team. A lot of key players on this team that can really make a lot of shifty moves. You see Winyan there. He's only one of the key players and will sure to be mentioned tonight. Fortune will control it over to Jakubik. California still looking for their first points of the game. Tynell Fortune will control it. You have 6 on the shot clock. Williams over to Jakubik, 4-3. And that one is no good. Rebounded by Andy Hoying. Now Jonathan Winyan will control it. Winyan playing the point guard, I guess you could say, in this set of offense. Although Ian Hale is the shortest man on the team. You like to see the shorter guys play point. They can be really shifty. Hale only stands about 5'9", a good matchup against Tynell Fortune. Now works over to Daly. That shot is no good. Rebounded by Armin Marks. Now Tynell Fortune going to work it up. Trying to go down low. And it's going to be a foul called on number 11. That is Ian Hale for the Lakers.
And that is going to be the first foul of the game. Mercyhurst with their first team foul and the first foul of the game, like I said. So that puts California very early on in the foul advantage in this game. So in a game like this, you want to get any upper hand.
Yeah, California, one key thing. They've had trouble starting, and they will really need to do that here if they want to beat a good Mercyhurst team. Armin Marks will control it now. You have 22 seconds on the shot clock. Armin Marks with a three, and that one is good. And California gets their first points off an Armin Marks three.
Just like the women's team, the men's team strikes first with a three-pointer.
And unlike the women's team, no, California did not score first. We'll see if the result can be the same. Hoying takes it up the middle and through the lane, and that one drops in good.
Good offensive control there shown by Mercyhurst. They're showing some great ability to pass and get the ball down low.
Jakubik will now take a three, and that one is good. So California quickly ties this one up. Only hit 2 shots, but both of them key three-pointers. Now Winion will control it, being double-teamed for a second by Fortune and Jakubik. And work down low to Ewing. He's being double-teamed. That one blocked away. Dombrowski, I believe, tipped it away. Still control it, but a rebound now by Marks. Jakubik, fast pace, gives it over to Fortune. You see Jakubik controlling it, trying to take his time, find a hole in the defense. Marks working down low, will actually kick off the foot of him and go out of bounds. We're gonna have a couple Mercyhurst replacements. One of them, to mention, number 44, Anthony Lytle. Yes, fans, he is now a Mercyhurst Laker. Last year, played for the Vulcans, now a graduate student here at Mercyhurst University.
Yeah, and on that previous play, it looked like Marks got a little bit too excited there as the ball tipped off of his foot, and it resulted in the kick, and it went out of bounds. So Mercyhurst will get control off of that.
We also have Gene Onana in for Mercyhurst as well as Paul Bilbo. And then for California, the only substitution is Alonzo Murphy in for Josh Dombrowski. Now an alley-oop opportunity cleaned up by Anthony Lytle, 4-2. So the former Vulcan strikes in his first possession here for the Lakers against his old team. Fortune over to Jakubik. We'll send it up to Chris Williams, the lone senior on this team. Marks trying to go down low to Murphy, who's trying to fight against Paul Bilbo down low. Marks with it again, 13 on the shot clock. Working against Lytle, puts up the shot. That one no good, rebounded by Winion.
Mercyhurst getting a lot of defensive rebounds. It's going to prove to be costly for California.
Lytle tried to take a long two and fakes the shot out. We see Art Cook in front of us. He's about to prepare to come into the game for the first time. 15-19 left. Works it down to Bilbo. Back out to Winion, 4-3. That one is good, and now the Lakers have a 5-point lead.
And Mercyhurst going into double digits here. The first team to do that here tonight.
Now that pass to Alonzo Murphy hits off his hands. Mercyhurst has the advantage, but will slow it down just a little bit. Daly goes down low. Winion fakes another three. Passes it to Lytle, puts a shot up, and he will go to line. And that is going to bring up our first media timeout, Cody.
And Anthony Lytle will go to the free throw line after the brief intermission. But Zach, let's take a look at how we got to this 11-6 score right now. There's been a few breakaways here. That one by Winion, that slam dunk. That was Mercyhurst's second basket of the game. That was before California scored. But then right here, Armin Marks coming through with a three-pointer. One of California's 2 3-point shots in this game. They have 6 points, both of them coming off of 3-point shots. So that's really proved to be effective for them so far, was shooting beyond the arc. But that goes to show also that Mercyhurst's defense has been doing a stellar job building just a brick wall. As we take a look at the tail of the tape right now, the scoring pretty even. There's a single-digit margin between that, but there's one big difference, and that is the three-point shooting percentage. And California showing that they have the stuff early on with that 28.1 percentage, and they have two three-point shots made so far compared to Mercyhurst's 40%. That's the largest margin of difference that I'm seeing on all these stats.
Yeah, that tailgate brought to you by JD Waterproofing. As our media timeout is about to expire, a 5-point deficit for California. Like I said, they've had trouble really getting out of the gate this year, Cody. Their best effort might have come against Gannon, where they kept it close before halftime, but then started to fade down at the end. You see Anthony Lytle go to the line. He's averaging about 10 points a game, and from the line this year, he is shooting, as I try to look for it on my stat sheet, shooting about 54%. Lytle puts up the first shot. That one is good.
Mercyhurst's lead is now doubled, 12-6.
Yeah, Mercyhurst, that's one key thing they're going to want to try and do is get out to big leads against this Vulcan team. Lytle, his second shot is up and good. Now a 7-point lead, just under 15 minutes left. Tynell Fortune working it up over to Chris Williams, over to Jackie Bick. We see Art Cook is checked in for Armin Marks. Now Tynell Fortune will control it. Over to Williams at the top of the key. Down to Cook. Cook will take a three. That one is good. So California really streaky on the threes so far tonight, Cody.
3 shots made, and all of them were 3-point baskets, 9 points.
You don't want to live on those shots, though, Cody. Eventually, you're going to start to get a little bit cold, and that could be the dagger in the coffin later in the game, per se. Now Winion will control it. 17 on the shot clock. Winion going against Art Cook. We'll send it over to Paul Bilbo at the top of the key, who finds Anthony Lytle. Now to Daly, and then to Onana. Onana trying to work down. That one almost blocked. Rebound, Anthony Lytle. Sends back out to Jonathan Winion, and Mercyhurst will reset. Winion taking his time against Cook. A big size advantage for Mercyhurst, I guess you could say, as an alley-oop opportunity. That one is going to go out of bounds off of Anthony Lytle's fingertips. California will gain possession.
That was a good attempt there on the alley-oop there by Anthony Lytle, but just fell a little short as we have a substitution come in for Mercyhurst. That is Greg Williams now checking in for the Lakers.
And we also have Ian Hale come back in. Winion and Onana exit the game for the Lakers. Tynell Fortune will control it. Over to Cook, back to Jackie Bick. Down low to Murphy, getting triple teamed, and he loses the ball out of bounds. California gives it right back over to the Lakers.
That is one of those defensive turnovers that can really come back to haunt California in this situation. You know, if you give the other team control, you're not going to score any points.
Yeah, I believe that is the 4th turnover already for the Vulcans. It's something they're going to really have to correct if they want to come away with a victory. Hale works with it. Over to Daly for 3, and that one is good. And now it's going to be another 7-point lead for the Mercyhurst Lakers. Chris Williams over to Jackie Bick, back to Fortune, and then to Cook. Down low to Murphy, takes the shot. That one is no good, misses very wide right of the basket. 12:42 left. The Vulcans find themselves down by 7. Daly takes another 3. That one is good. Now a 10-point lead for the Lakers.
The lead is now to double digits. California got to really cut into this lead, and it looks like they're going to try to regroup here with this timeout.
And Cody, we actually have a correction. It's only 18-9 lead. That was only a very long 2. So we'll have to correct that on our scoreboard when we get the chance. We'll look at the replays here.
Yeah, this replay, you're going to see Art Cook come through with a big 3 to keep California in the game. It's three shots made for California. All 3 of them have been 3-pointers, but Mercyhurst having a lot of them of their own. That's Daly there on that free throw shot, or not free throw shot, 3-point shot, I beg your pardon. It's been a key factor here for both of these teams here in this game.
And now we look at the team leaders for California. Alonzo Murphy and Tynell Fortune share the leading scorers opportunities at 12.5. Murphy, the leading rebounder, about 6 a game. We have 3 players tied at 12 assists overall in the season. It's only about 2 a game, though, Cody. You'd like to see them pass the ball more, and Chris Williams has 9 steals in 6 games.
Yeah, if you can maneuver the ball around, it can really help collapse a defense and create opportunities.
We see Drew Cook approach the bench, ready to come in and the next junction opportunity that he can. Fortune is going to work against, looks like that is number 1. That is Bo Samuelson. Alonzo Murphy down low with it now. Passes it back out to Fortune. He's going to go to the hole and puts it in for 2.
California's first 2-point shot of the game, Tynell Fortune. Who other than him to find an opening on that baseline?
He's our player to watch. We'll see if he can start to heat up. A couple games ago against Gannon, he really didn't do a lot. Then Slippery Rock, he really proved himself as a very offensive, potent threat. Now Lytle will control it. He's going to get fouled by number 23, Alonzo Murphy. That is going to bring up our second media timeout, actually, Cody. So when we come back, we'll have more first half action here on CUTV, 19-11 Lakers.
NCAA Division II has much to cheer about, as nearly 100,000 student athletes compete with passion and pride. And I'm pleased to share the best news of all. Student athletes are outperforming the rest of the D2 student body in graduation rates. Just another reason why you'll hear us say with pride, I chose Division II. Learn more at d2sa.org.
Let's take it to the field. I come through like a freight train, about to push the line back. Only see the gold line, don't matter if your line stack. Because I'm a soldier, you can see my face paint. Know that I'ma get mine by knowing that the rest can't. We ready for 'em, let's get it on. We ready for 'em, let's get it on. We ready for 'em, let's get it on. We ready for 'em, let's get it on.
And we welcome you back to the MAC as the Mercyhurst team leaders are on your board now. Cody, why don't you go over those for us?
Well, leading the way in so many offensive scoring is Jean Onana, I beg your pardon, with 11.6 points per game and 5.2 rebounds, 17 assists. There's just so much going on there that Onana is providing, and if you want to call it a player to watch for Mercyhurst, he's definitely the one.
Yeah, he is actually an international player from Cameroon in Africa, so exciting to see him come all the way up to Pennsylvania and play his collegiate basketball. As that one is stolen away by Drew Cook. And a little bit of a mishap there, but Chris Williams will control it. Jackie Beck, he is going to get called for a travel now as he steps a little bit too far in that one.
Jackie Beck got a little too anxious there to try and make something happen, and it can prove to come back and haunt you and turn the ball over.
And we see Onana come back into this game, and we see Bo Samuelson exit for the Lakers. We also have Jonathan Winion out there as well, really the two most potent threats for the Lakers. Winion working against Dombrowski. Hoying thought about taking a three. Now it's Art Cook against Winion. Onana working against Jackie Beck. Over to Hoying. You'll find Winion yet again. Winion working against Chris Williams. 5 on the shot clock. Going down to the hole. That one almost blocked away by Jackie Beck, but Winion going to find himself at the line for 2.
And Winion will get a chance to extend this lead back up to 9 points. As you take a look at this replay, Winion finds that hole and tries to attack in it, but then gets fouled in the process on the shot. And that sends him to the free throw line.
Jonathan Winion on the season. We will get his numbers in a moment as the first one is up and good. Winion shooting about 47% from the line, so not the greatest free throw shooter in the world. We might see him miss one here. He might make it as well, so we'll have to see the action as it unfolds.
Winion is also one of the top scorers on this team, averaging 11.6 points per game.
And he will make the second, so a 9-point lead again for the Lakers with about 11 minutes left in the first half. Drew Cook will now control it. Over to Art Cook. Chris Williams thought about taking a three. Jackie Beck will control at the top of the key, try to reset the offense. Finds Art Cook. Works it over to Chris Williams, who will take a three. That one is good, so another three for the Vulcans.
California takes a big chunk out of that lead, getting them right back into this 20-14.
If you keep hitting those threes, you have a very good shot at coming back in this one. Is a 20-14 game. Now down to Ewing. Ian Hale will control against Jackie Beck, and then over to Winion, who's going to work down in the hole. He will be fouled again and go to the line. That one is going to get called against Art Cook. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, Art Cook looked like he might have been guilty of a little bit of a reach over the back while Winion was trying to shoot, and that'll draw the whistle from the officials.
We see Anthony Lytle approach the bench again. He will come in probably after this free throw. Winion puts it up. That one is no good, so that is where Winion, his free throw percentage, not so adept to his game. We see Tynell Fortune come back in. Callan Daly will come in for Ian Hale, and Jackie Bick will exit for Tynell Fortune. 20-14 is the score. Trying to make it a 7-point lead is Winion. He will miss that one too, so now the Vulcans look to be smart, sending him to the line. Sends it over to Drew Cook. Have a couple Cooks on this team, Art and Drew, no relation. Tynell Fortune will control it. Over to Chris Williams, over to Dombrowski. Drew Cook, Art Cook now. Working it down low to Dombrowski. That one will go out of bounds off of California, and it will be a Mercyhurst possession.
That looked like it could have gone either way. It looked like it got tipped off of the Mercyhurst player there, but then Tynell Fortune maybe in the recovery attempt got his fingers on it, and it still went out of bounds, so it results in a Mercyhurst possession.
9:46 left in the first half, a 6-point lead for the Lakers. Lytle will control it at the top of the key. We're going to have an offensive foul, I believe, against number 55, James Ewing.
23 on that. His first team.
Actually, no, that is going to be against number 23, Gino Nana. That is his second foul, or excuse me, first of the game, team second.
California is the team that's in more of a foul trouble here, with 4 team fouls, as we see Chika Okobi check in to the game now for the Vulcans.
Yeah, Chris Williams exited as Obi comes in. As we see Josh Dombrowski come to the top of the key. Drew Cook working with it now. Over to Art Cook. Tynell Fortune controls it over to Dombrowski. Now to Chika Obi. Down low to Drew Cook. Being fouled, it looks like, against number 23, Gino Nana. That's his second in just about 30 seconds.
Yeah, 2 quick fouls by Onana here, and that's, I don't believe that's going to be a shooting foul, so we will, actually it will be a inbounded underneath their basket, so the Vulcans will regain control after those 2 quick fouls.
And we see Armin Marks come in now for Josh Dombrowski. He will be the substitution. Tynell Fortune will control it. Tynell Fortune is going to get fouled before the shot is going to get called. That foul is going to be on Jonathan Winion.
And because of the offensive foul, the shot will not count. Mercyhurst here a little bit foul happy. They've had 3 fouls committed by 2 different players in the past minute or so, getting a little too fired up possibly.
Now Art Cook takes a 3. That one no good, so California misses their first 3 in quite some time. Still a 6-point lead for the Lakers. Marks working against Winion. Anthony Lytle tries to come out, and he will, and receive the pass. Over to Ian Hale. That is Daly with it. Thought about taking the shot. Sends it down to Sean Bynes. Shot is blocked from behind. Bynes gets the offensive rebound. That one almost taken away by Tynell Fortune. Lytle finds Jonathan Winion. 3 seconds out of shot clock. Puts the shot up, and that is a good 4-3.
Now, I'll tell you what, that was some fantastic offensive control by Mercyhurst. That's one thing that's been the best asset that Mercyhurst has had.
And Jonathan Winion, I'm sure a name a lot of California fans remember last year here at the Mercyhurst Athletic Center. Hit a last-second shot. It looked like in overtime, as Art Cook will miss another shot. Rebound to Winion, as Winion hit a shot in overtime to win the very close game after I believe Bo Samuelson missed a free throw. Took a shot from behind the back, just threw it up, and it happened to go in. Winion over to Daly. That shot no good. Rebounded by Armin Marks. Down by 9. California needs a couple points fast. Fortune with a 3. That one no good. Rebounded by Armin Marks, but he was out of bounds. And that'll bring us our third media timeout with 7:44 left in this game, or excuse me, in the half.
It is 23-14 in favor of Mercyhurst. So when we take a look at how we got here, you know, the 3-point shots have been the story for California, but with a few exceptions like that, fantastic baseline drive by Tynell Fortune, getting that easy layup. And then over here on this shot, that is Chris Williams with the 3-pointer. So again, still a big story that the 3-point shots have been for California, but my goodness, Winyan, he leads this team in scoring for a reason, and that's the reason right there. A lot of those highlights there, Zach.
And we're going to look at the PSAC West standings in a sight California fans don't want to see. They're all the way at the bottom. They are tied with Clarion for the worst conference record, but overall, California 1-5. Not the start I'm sure they wanted, but they played a lot of tough competition early. IUP and Slippery Rock at the top, both with 2 division wins.
Yeah, at the way top, boasting perfect records in both divisional and overall. You know, that's something to be proud of, going undefeated early on. You know, California might be looking for a little bit of redemption whenever they travel to IUP later in the season.
And IUP is always going to be the toughest test. It's a rivalry game, of course. The next game for the Vulcans will be Saturday at home against Edinburgh. That'll be another tough test. As we commence action here at the MAC in PSAC play. Down by 9, the Lakers look to extend their lead. Down to Bilbo, who's being double teamed by Chika Obi, and Chris Williams puts the shot up, no good. Rebounded by Armin Marks. Fast break opportunity is slowed down by Jakubik. Jakubik will still control at the top of the key, over to Drew Cook. Chika Obi will now have it. Over to Armin Marks. Finds Jakubik. You have 15 seconds on the shot clock. Drew Cook thought about taking a 3. Pumps it, goes down to the hole, and that is no good, but he will be fouled and sent to the line.
And it looked like Drew Cook got lucky a little bit. As you take a look on the replay, it looked like he might have did a little bit of traveling or a little bit of the up and down violation and on his way to take the shot, but the referees didn't see it. So he got a little bit lucky there possibly and goes to the free throw line for some free shots.
And Drew Cook is 1 of 2 from the free throw line this year. Make it 2 of 3 as he tries to increase his percentage. As we see number 32, Greg Williams, come in for Ian Hale. 7:04 left. Drew Cook trying to decrease the deficit to 7 points. That one is up and good, so 2 points now for Drew Cook in the game. Winyan is going to bring it up. Just under 7 minutes left now. Passes it to Williams. Down low to Bilbo, trying to work against Chika Obi. Puts a shot up. That one is good off the top corner of the box.
Well, some great dominance shown there by Mercyhurst and Obi, as got the shot up off fending off the defender.
Jakubik is going to bring it up for the Vulcans now. Drew Cook controls it. Tries to give it to Chika Obi, goes down low, and he's going to be fouled hard again. And he looked to be in a little bit of pain as he could really take that one hard on the floor.
Yeah, Drew Cook went to the ground and he hit it hard on this shot, and then looked like he might have landed on his left elbow. And they call the basketball court the hardwood for a reason. It's not pleasant whenever any part of the body hits off of it that hard. So thankfully he's okay and he's able to make it to the free throw line.
Drew Cook making his second trip to the free throw line in about 30 seconds. First one is up and good, so Cook now 3 of 3 from the line.
44, the Lakers. 23.
We see Chika Obi come out for Alonzo Murphy, who did not start this game. Was very surprising to me, Cody, as he's the leading rebounder. Rebounds usually one of the stats coaches like to see out of their players. Cook about to attempt his second free throw. Up and good. So now 4 points for Drew Cook. I believe that makes him the leading scorer for the Vulcans. And we are now with 6:18 left in the first half. Vulcans down by 7, trying to play some defense here and cut into the Lakers' lead. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded. Actually, no rebound, but it's going to be a behind-the-back foul by Anthony Lytle.
And it'll be Anthony Lytle guilty of the foul, as you said, as you take a look at this replay. Going for the rebound, was a little bit too greedy there, going over the back of, it looked like one of the California players. That was Chris Williams, and he's able to draw the foul and give California control.
And they are in the bonus now, so it's a 1-and-1 opportunity though. So if Chris Williams misses the first, no points here. Williams puts the shot up. That one is good, so he will have a chance for a second. And during that little intermission period there, we had Tynell Fortune check in for Drew Cook. Williams going to attempt a second free throw, try and make the lead down to 5. And we have a little bit of a misunderstanding between the refs and the players. Now Chris Williams about to attempt his second. Shot is up, and it is good. So now a 5-point lead for the Lakers.
California slowly but surely cutting into this Mercyhurst lead.
Mercyhurst working very fast on this possession now, trying to outrun the Vulcans. Jakubic going to work against Winion. You see Lytle, he's going to take a 3. That one is good. Didn't see a lot of those last year when he was a Vulcan, but now I added that to his arsenal. 8-point lead for the Lakers. Jakubic will control it. Tynell Fortune, that ball is going to be out of bounds off of Anthony Lytle. Tynell Fortune hit the floor with the former teammates trying to get the ball together.
Well, it paid off for the Vulcans in that little dispute. Anthony Lytle coming up empty, and California still maintains control.
Jakubic working it up against Jonathan Winion. Marks will control it over to Tynell Fortune. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Chris Williams fakes the 3. Jakubic for 3. That one just comes out. Murphy puts it back up. That one is no good. Now Winion will bring it up. 5:05 left in the first half, an 8-point lead for the Lakers. That one almost stolen away. Fortune is going to call for the foul, though. That's his first of the game.
Yeah, Tynell Fortune is going to be guilty of the body hit here on this foul. He was guilty of hitting the player's body, even though he was still going for the ball. In order to not get called for that, you need to just come away clean with the ball, and then that's why the whistle blew.
Now we see Winion controlled again. 29 seconds on the shot clock, 4:51 left in the first half. Shot by Daly, that one is good, and that one looks like a corner 3.
Mercyhurst taking a very dominant lead here once again, 31-20.
California have to work fast to try and cut into this one. They don't want the lead to get too far out of their hands. Fortune working with it. Going to take it to the hole, passes out to Jakubic. Armin Marks, you have 13 on the shot clock. Armin Marks trying to go down low. Puts it up, that one no good. Fight for a rebound is going to be a jump ball. Possession belongs to California.
And it's very interesting to me that California is trying to attack the baseline whenever Mercyhurst is going with a 2-3 defense as well, because that's probably why we've seen so many 3-point shots. That leaves the 3-point arc wide open sometimes, and we're seeing a lot of shots there. And now we're trying to get the baseline going and get the percentage up.
Now inbound pass from Fortune to Marks. 4:10 left. Marks will control it. Trying to work down the baseline like you just said. Murphy over to Fortune. Mismatch against Lytle. Lytle is going to get called for the foul. That will send Fortune to the line for a 1-and-1.
Lytle's going to be guilty of the block here. That is his second personal foul of the game with exactly 4 minutes left to go. Tynell Fortune making his way to the free throw line. He's been one of the leading scorers on this Vulcan team, averaging 12.5 points per game, as we mentioned in the open. It's just, any way that he can get points that can really help the Vulcans win.
Tynell Fortune, one of the best free throw shooters the Vulcans have on their team, puts the first one up, and it is no good. A very surprising result there from who we like to call Little Man. Usually does not miss his free throws. Now Fortune working against Winyan. Winyan passes it to number 32, Greg Williams. Hoying controls it. Back to Williams, and then to Winyan. Seems like every second they have the ball, Jonathan Winyan is one with control, Cody. Hale trying to find an option, finds Winyan again. You have 3 seconds. Tries to put the shot up. Andy Hoying puts it up, and that one no good. Rebounded by Alonzo Murphy.
Mercyhurst doing fantastic clock management there on that possession. Shooting at the very last possible second and getting the rebound before it got taken away.
Armin Marks passes it back out to Fortune. Williams trying to work down, passes it to Murphy. That one out of bounds off of Hale. That is going to bring us to our final media timeout. 3:04 left. Vulcans find themselves down by 11 on CUTV.
Need to know what's happening in your area? CUTV News Center brings you your best local news. Events on and around campus. Local weather. Vulcan sports coverage. CUTV News Center, live, Thursdays at 5.
And we welcome you back to the Mercyhurst Athletic Center. We have 3:04 left. And that might have been a little bit of an extended break for some of you at home. We actually had the officials come over to our box and try and figure out a play. It was a 3-point shot. They called it before. They corrected it to a 2. So the Vulcans only find themselves down by 10 at this juncture now, Cody.
Yes, the score is 30-20 instead of 31-20 as it was whenever we went to the break. So after a further review, the officials decided that was a 2-point shot instead of a 3.
Now Armin Marks will control it out of the inbounds. You have 10 seconds on the shot clock. Drew Cook working with it. Over to Williams. Back to Cook. Cook will take the 3. That one looks like it might have been tipped and very short, but it's out of bounds off of Armin Marks trying to throw it off a Mercyhurst player.
Now it looks like Mercyhurst will regain control here, and that's another turnover that might come back to haunt California. So have to see if they can work around these turnovers and make this deficit smaller.
And we have Kenny Smith checking in for Alonzo Murphy, number 24. First action he's seen in this game. Now Ian Hale will control it. 2.5 minutes left. Down by 10 are the Vulcans. Hoying with it. Down low to Winyan, puts it up, and that one is good against Drew Cook. Jonathan Winyan at our last stat break had 10 points, make it 12 now. Now we see Fortune controlling it. We hear Coach Bill Brown yelling, move the ball. Something we kind of emphasize, Cody, not a lot of assists on this team. Like to see them pass a little bit more.
Yeah, that's one thing Mercyhurst has excelled at doing in this first half.
Now that pass is away from Marks and out of bounds. We have 1:55 left and a couple substitutions now. Callan Daly now in for Ian Hale. Winyan is going to bring it past the Mercyhurst logo in the middle of the court. Passes it to Daly, who will control it. Trying to find an outlet down low, and he will in Ewing. Ewing going to get called for the offensive foul. And I believe that's his second of the game. Actually, no, that's his first of the game. I stand corrected.
That is the team's, I'm sorry, Zach, that is the team's 9th foul. I was just going to say that real quick. So Mercyhurst has had a little bit of foul trouble here in this first half.
California, they started out with the foul trouble, really. They were able to really get a remedy for that and have stayed out of foul trouble. They're still not in the bonus for Mercyhurst yet, but they themselves are in the bonus as Williams takes a shot. That one is good for 2.
The deficit is now cut back to 10. California looking to make the lead a lot smaller.
With just over a minute left, if you can get this one down within maybe 6, I think you can find yourselves in a good moral standpoint if you're the Vulcans. Winion is going to control it now. Working down low, almost tipped away. You have 12 seconds on the shot clock and just under a minute left now. Kenny Smith against Winion, throws it out. That is Williams, puts up the shot for 3, and that one almost goes in.
That was a great catch there on that pass. I thought that was going to go flying out of bounds.
Williams takes a 3. That one goes nowhere. It is wide out of bounds. Kenny Smith puts it up again. It's still no good. California not able to buy a bucket on that possession.
Now there's about a 1 second difference in shot clock and game clock here. 25 seconds left.
And they actually just turned it off, Cody, so there's no difference now. Mercyhurst can hold it for the final possession. We have 16 seconds left now. Winion just trying to work the clock, put up a final shot. So we're going to get a timeout now by Mercyhurst with 10.5 left.
And Mercyhurst wisely taking a timeout here, probably for the coach to tell his players, you know, we're going to have the control on the last possession because we heard Coach Brown for California say, don't foul, don't foul, don't give them any, don't build up the foul count, don't potentially go into the bonus here in this last minute. But you're going to have the last shot, so you might as well make it count, and that's probably what they're discussing in their huddle.
Yeah, we see the huddle about to break up for both teams. See Fortune, Marks, Williams, Smith, as well as Cook out on the floor still for the Vulcans. We have Daly, Bilbo, Williams, Hoying, and Winion for the Lakers, trying to extend their 10-point lead. The Vulcans, they have faced much larger deficits this season, Cody, already. In the last game against Slippery Rock, they faced as many as 20 at one time as well.
Yeah, so California is used to playing catch-up, but it's just a question if they can pull it out or not.
Daly down low to Hoying, puts up shot. That one falls in. 3 seconds left. Fortune going across half court, put it up. That one no good. So as we hit halftime now, the Lakers have a 34-22 lead. When we come back, second half action here on CUTV.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to make a wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted. We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
You are watching CUTV, California University Television.
California men's basketball is brought to you by the following sponsors. First Niagara, JD Waterproofing, Lee's Supply Company, the Physical Therapy Institute, Trip Total Media, and the UPMC Health Plan. And we are back here at the MAC with our halftime stats, brought to you by Trip Total Media, Cody.
And it's been pretty close all around. You know, there's really no big difference here besides the besides the score, I mean, it's 34-22, and we're going to be, been a really close game overall, but the only problem is the defensive turnovers have been a big problem for California. You know, they've given the ball up too many times in their offensive zone, and Mercyhurst has taken them all for their advantage.
Yeah, and you see, like you said, turnovers, the one key important factor, but also shooting as well. Actually, Cody, we're going to apologize. We had the women's stats from before, so we're going to go back and look at the men's stats now. We had a doubleheader tonight. We apologize for that, but Cody, why don't you go over these as well?
Yeah, and it's still Mercyhurst has the upper hand in shooting, and rightfully so, 34-22. And I thought something looked suspicious about the graphics, but I really wasn't sure what it was. And looking at the score was what decided it for me. But still, you know, it's been really close all around except the shooting and the turnovers. That's the key things that's been different. And, you know, you're going to see, like, this is one turnover here that led to 2 free points basically from Winyan with that slam dunk. And the 3-point shots have been big for California. That's been their story in the first half. Their first 3 baskets were 3-pointers. The first 9 points all came from 3-pointers until we saw Tynell Fortune with a nice baseline shot. But then Mercyhurst, along with their good defensive stance that they've had, they've shown great offensive control, great pass work that has proved to be extremely effective in their offense.
Mercyhurst will start with the ball to start the second half. Hoying puts up a shot. That is good, and an end one opportunity coming off a Chris Williams foul.
Not even 10 seconds into the half, we get a foul on California. It's the first foul of the half and his third personal one, so he's going to have to be a little careful there.
It's actually his first personal.
First personal one. I beg your pardon. I must be looking at the wrong number on my stat sheet here.
I actually heard the same thing. I thought the PA announcer said third as well. As Hoying puts up the free throw, no good. Rebounded by Chris Williams, but is taken away by Ian Hale. Mercyhurst still has possession. And just like the first half started, Mercyhurst had a couple back-to-back second chances. Didn't really give California the ball to start maybe the first 30 seconds in. Ewing gonna put the shot up. It is going to be waved off, though. It's going to be a foul, looks like, against Chris Williams again.
23, called foul Murphy.
Yeah, and the foul is going to be on Alonzo Murphy here. As you take a look at the replay, got too much of his body involved there on the block, and that's not a shooting foul, so it happened on the floor, and that results in Mercyhurst inbound again.
Ewing going back up, puts up the shot, and that one is good. So 4 points already for the Lakers, makes it a 16-point lead. And it's going to be a foul called against Ian Hale. Tynell Fortune looks like he's going to go to the line. That is Hale. We'll have to see what number. That's actually his second. Thank you, Mr. P. Announcer, for updating me with that stat.
Yeah, Tynell Fortune being very aggressive, trying to get something going here and get California back into this game, and was able to draw the foul. So it can only pay off if he makes them.
And that is Tynell Fortune's second miss from the free throw line already tonight. He's 0 for 2. It's very interesting to see because he's one of the better free throw shooters on the team. If he's maybe just having a bad night, maybe he's regressing a little bit there. As he actually hits this one, makes it a 15-point lead for the Lakers. Hale going to bring it up. Tries to race past Fortune, but Fortune is a very fast player, not able to let that happen. Hoying will control it. Winyan over to Daly, down low to Ewing, puts up the shot, blocked by Alonzo Murphy. Ewing still controls the ball though. 3 from Ian Hale, that one no good. That's going to be an over the back foul by number 20. That is Andy Hoying for the Lakers.
Look at if we can see on this replay here, it looks like it's going to be a little bit before, but what I was going to say was in this defense, Alonzo Murphy very deep in the paint. You know, he's been just a big stone for this Mercyhurst offense to get past.
Now Alonzo Murphy putting it up. The shot is good. So the first 2 points for Murphy in the game makes it a 13-point lead for the Lakers.
Working in the paint on both ends. Murphy getting that shot from there.
Daly now controls it at the top, is tripped up a little bit with Jackie Bick as well. No fouls called. Ewing goes down low to Hoying against Chris Williams. Hoying tries to post up, not able to. Sends it back out to Winion with 7 on the shot clock. Murphy against Winion. Hoying open for 3, takes a shot. That one no good. Rebounded by Tynell Fortune.
It did go off the rim though, so it wasn't a shot clock violation, but California got the rebound.
Murphy will control it down low. Chris Williams tries to put up a shot, and that one is taken away by Ian Hale. Winion going to control it with 17:42 left in the game. California gonna have to make a very big run if they want to come back in this one, Cody. Down to Ewing. Murphy on him. Shot no good. Rebounded by Tynell Fortune. Fortune going to bring it up. Passes it over to Jackie Bick. Jackie Bick takes the 3. That one is blocked out of bounds by Jonathan Winion.
Mercyhurst has been blocking a lot of shots here in this half as we see a few substitutions come in for Mercyhurst. And that is Jean Onana comes back in along with Paul Bilbo and Anthony Lytle, all making returns back into the game.
Fortune passes out to Cook at the top of the key. Down to Williams and over to Jackie Bick again. Fortune thought about taking a 3, then to Jackie Bick and now to Williams. Down low to Murphy. That one out of bounds off of a Lakers player again with 15 on the shot clock.
California will keep control with 17:09 left to go in this game. They're still down by a good bit, down by 13 points. But as we've been saying, they're used to playing catch up, and if you can score here, you can make the lead somewhat manageable.
Jackie Bick controlling it at the top of the key. Over to Fortune. Fortune, the man that try and makes this offense run. Down to Murphy. That one's stolen away by Sheena Nona. 16:50 left. California still finds themselves down by 13. Winion will control it. Down low to Bilbo. Working against Williams and Murphy. That one is blocked away by Alonzo Murphy. Blocked again. We're going to have a jump ball, it looks like. Actually, no, Cody. We're going to get a foul called against Alonzo Murphy, what should have been, in my opinion, a jump ball.
Yeah, Alonzo Murphy just might have been a little too aggressive trying to get that ball, reaching over his body a little bit too much. But he's just using his height to his advantage there, it looked like. But that sends Paul Bilbo to the line as it was a shooting foul when he was trying to make the shot. So he will get 2 shots from the charity line.
And that is Murphy's 4th foul, Cody, so he is in serious foul trouble. We're going to see Chika Opie come in as Bilbo will miss his first free throw, and Murphy will come out. 16:38 left in the second half. We have Opie, Cook, Fortune, Williams, and Jackie Bick out on the floor for the Vulcans. We have Winion, Bilbo, Onana. Both free throws are missed. Williams controls it. We also have Daly and Lytle. Fortune trying to go down low. Jackie Bick controls it, and then over to Chris Williams. Back to Jackie Bick. Jackie Bick controls it. To Fortune. Jackie Bick with the 3. That one no good. Rebounded by Winion.
That was still a great fake there by Tynell Fortune to get the defender off of him, even though he found Jackie Bick in the corner. But still, he had a wide open shot, but decided to share the ball a little bit.
Like we said, you'd like to see them pass a little bit more, but maybe Tynell Fortune, if he takes that shot, he could have made it. But now we're going to get a foul. It looks like a number 15, Callan Daly for the Lakers.
That is the team's 3rd foul. Both teams in this half right now have 3 fouls. Playing relatively clean ball here in the beginning of this second half.
Jackie Bick working with the ball. Over to Drew Cook. Drew Cook trying to go down low. Passes it to Fortune. Fortune takes the 3. That one is good, so a 3-point shot from Tynell Fortune makes it a 10-point lead for the Lakers.
And that is the one thing that California needed to make this deficit manageable, was a big shot like that, and that cut the lead to 10.
That is going to be Tynell Fortune's 5th point of the game with that 3-point shot. Actually, no, 6-point, excuse me. He also had a free throw in this half. So Tyndall Fortune really trying to get the offensive production going. Now, Chris Williams will steal it away. Over to Jakubic on the fast break opportunity. Puts it up. He is fouled. The shot does not go, but he will go to the line for 2.
Jakubic, wow, what a big burst of speed there on that breakaway, even though the shot came up empty. And the score is 38-28, Zach, in favor of Mercyhurst. And let's take a look at how we got here. The story so far of this half has been, one thing has been Mercyhurst's blocked shots. We're probably not going to see very many of them on the replays, but Mercyhurst has had a lot of blocked shots and turned the ball over that way, and they've gotten a lot of those baskets as a result. And California is still fighting strong, as you see that 2-pointer there by, looked like one of the Cooks. And then Jakubic on this breakaway came up just short, but still, you know, showing a great burst of speed, showing that they have the speed and they have the will to fight. And when you take a look at the stats ranking, California is right in the middle of the road, and Mercyhurst still down there with them, except in the scoring defense. You know, they're both clashing there, and in the offense, California in 17th, Mercyhurst in 13th. You know, but there's only a 7-point differential there, or 6-point differential, I beg your pardon. So it's really close between those places.
Yeah, and if California's defense can really step up like they have a little bit lately, you have Alonzo Murphy in foul trouble. You probably won't see him for a lot of extended minutes the rest of the game, but if the defense can hold up, the offense can start to light a fire under their butts, much like the women did. They found themselves down by 8 points. They came back and won the game by, I think, 5 or 7 points. So if you can get the offense rolling and play some stout defense, you have a very good chance coming back in this one with 15 minutes left.
Yeah, Alonzo Murphy had 7 minutes of playtime in the first half, and then not even 5 minutes or 4 minutes into the second half, we saw him check out.
Now Jakubic's first free throw is up and good. That is Jakubic's fourth point of the game. He had a 3 earlier in the contest in the first half. As the second one is up and good. Now California finds themselves down by 8. Ball almost taken away by Chris Williams. Mercyhurst has to work fast to try and get it back out from half court. Onana controls it against Jake Jakubic. Lytle flushes that to the top of the key. Down low, Fortune has to go off his leg, but a good job right there trying to intercept the pass.
Yeah, great job, great defense there by Fortune. Even though the ball went out of bounds, you know, Mercyhurst now is in a little bit of a pickle underneath their own hoop, trying to inbound it with California's defense that has caused a little bit of a flare.
Now there's going to be a reach-in foul, it looks like. It's going to be Tynell Fortune on the foul. That is going to be the 4th team foul. And that is going to be Tynell's 2nd of the game.
And Tynell Fortune, you know, even though the defense has stepped up, Tynell Fortune just got a little bit too aggressive.
Now Onana will control it with 32 on the shot clock. Lytle thought about a 3, going to drive it down low, puts a shot up, no good. Bilbo with the rebound, puts it back up, still no good. Fight for a rebound, out of bounds off California. It looks like that was Chris Williams in the scuffle along with Chika Obi against Anthony Lytle, the former Vulcan.
And some of the tallest players on both of these teams, Lytle and Obi, all trying to go up for that rebound and clashing arms together, and then the ball slipped out of bounds. But it ended up in Mercyhurst's favor.
Now pass that to Ian Hale. We're going to have a travel called against Mercyhurst now. That is number 2, Paul Bilbo. Actually, it's going to be an offensive foul, I pardon. So that's going to be his 2nd and the team's 5th. That is going to have California the ball back. Down 8 with 14:25 left. Williams trying to find an outlet. Goes to Jakubic. Jakubic passes it to Drew Cook. Drew Cook trying to go down low. Jakovic has it. Fortune for three. That one is good. Now a 5-point lead for the Lakers. California starting to come back now.
California right back in this, and Mercyhurst, rightfully so, takes a timeout, trying to recoup here, Zach.
Yeah, Mercyhurst takes their timeout, like you said. About 14 minutes and 15 seconds left. And Cody, I'm sure we're going to see maybe a couple replays here in a moment, but California, they're starting to come back. Like I said, they can play good defense, light a fire under their shots. They can get them to fall in and come back.
Yeah, Coach Brown did something to this team at halftime to get them motivated and get that perseverance back. And we're seeing that on both sides of the ball, both on offense and on defense. Tynell Fortune here with this big shot was really what got the Vulcans back in, and I believe that's what made the score 38-30. And then we saw another three-point shot here by Tynell Fortune again. It looks like, yeah, that was by Tynell Fortune again. So he had two three-point shots to get California right back in this. 33-38, or 38-33, I beg your pardon, in favor of Mercyhurst.
And Cody, Tynell Fortune was our player to watch, and he's proving as to why he was. He's really starting to heat up. We'll get our stat updates in just a moment, I believe. Before that shot, though, he had 6 points. Now he has 9. About to approach double digits. He's the leading scorer for the Vulcans, only 3 behind Jonathan Winion, who has 12 points for the Lakers. We have 14:02 left, Cody, so there's a lot of time left for the Vulcans to come back in this one. Mercyhurst can also make a little bit of a turnaround themselves, try to extend their lead as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of time for California to work with, but there's also a lot of time for Mercyhurst to work with. You know, during that time, they could really extend their lead again.
Now California playing a very hard full court press, trying to pressure Mercyhurst into some bad passes. You see Andy Hoying just get it away, almost taken away, but that's Tynell Fortune. Actually, no, it's going to be out of bounds. That was hard to tell on the baseline right there. Coach Manchell for Mercyhurst not happy, but Cody, California is really finding their groove now.
Yeah, he's arguing that the player got pushed out of bounds. So if that would have happened, that would have been a foul on California.
Jakovic now controls it down to Chika Obi down low. Pass almost stolen away, and it is, but then we're going to have a foul called, I believe, against California. Chris Williams.
Yeah, Chris Williams did a fantastic job trying to strip the ball in there, but it was just not in the cleanest way, reaching in front of the player. You can't do that, and that'll cause the officials to blow the whistle, and it gives control back to Mercyhurst.
Jakovic working against Hale. Down by 5 with 13:27 left. Both teams have 5 team fouls, so approaching the bonus are both teams. Williams will control it against Fortune. Out to Lytle against Obi. Jakovic against Hale. 12 on the shot clock. Obi now against Williams. Lytle was open, does not take the shot, goes down low, puts it up, and it is good for 2.
Lytle just gliding through the paint, going to the basket, getting the 2 points for Mercyhurst.
Tynell Fortune controlling, he's really been the hot hand lately. Drew Cook now has it. Tries to go down low. Chris Williams to Drew Cook again. Back to Williams and over to Fortune. Fortune trying to drive down low, but he's not able to. Drew Cook with it now, going low himself, puts a shot up. No good, but he will go to the line for 2.
It looks like it's going to be Williams called on for the foul. That is Mercyhurst's 6th team foul, and California now 1 away from the bonus.
Drew Cook on the line.
Drew Cook going to the line. First one is up and good. That will make Cook 5 for 5 from the free throw line. He's the only player for California to take more than 3 free throw opportunities, though. Cook's second is up and good. Back to a 5-point lead for the Lakers. Now a full court havoc defense again for the Vulcans. They're really playing the ball instead of the ball shooter. Something that we saw the women's team do as well, Cody. It didn't work out for them sometimes, but they were able to cause a lot of turnovers as well. Hoying finds Lytle, going down low. That pass is out of bounds off of Greg Williams. California will take over.
It went flying into the bleachers, too. It looked like it might have gotten tipped off of the fingers of the intended recipient, but still, there were a couple fans that had to duck out of the way of that pass.
Always good to have fan interaction, Cody, but I'm sure the fans didn't want to be involved with that one as they almost got taken out by the ball. We have 11:51 left in the second half. Obi passes out to Fortune. Fortune with the shot. No good. Almost put back in, but Hoying with the rebound. Ian Hale is going to get a foul called, and it's going to be number 5, Jake Jakubik. But we reached our second media timeout. We'll take a break with 11:39 left. Vulcans are down by 5.
Watch CUTV online anytime, anywhere. Check out your favorite original programs, coverage of the biggest events on campus, and cheer on your Vulcan sports teams. CUTV, log on, tune in now. Visit cutv.calu.edu/live.
With 18 institutions, my conference is the largest league across all NCAA classifications. With nearly 7,000 student athletes competing in 23 championships, my conference sponsors the most championships in Division II. With a 78% academic success rate, my conference graduates student athletes well above the national average. We compete with passion. We take pride in our efforts in the arena and in the classroom. The Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Passion, pride, Pennsylvania.
And we welcome you back to the MAC. And Cody, we're going to look at the PSAC West preseason poll. Both these teams not finished the pick in the picked to finish in the top of the pack. Excuse me, they're hard to get that one out, but California picked 4th, Mercyhurst 6th.
Yeah, and it might have been surprising to everybody to see California on this shaky of a start to their regular season.
Drew Cook working against Jonathan Winion. Hoying against Williams. Cook against Winion again. Dombrowski takes over. He has checked in now. Forchika Obi puts a shot up. That one no good. Rebound by Chris Williams.
Almost a little bit of a miscommunication there between Williams and Fortune, but thankfully they got control.
Pass it out to Williams. Drew Cook has it now. Trying to find an open lane to go down low. Get some more high percentage shots. The Vulcans only shooting 36% for the game. They're shooting 50% this half though. Fortune now has the ball. 10 on the shot clock. Jakubik tries to fake the 3, goes down low, puts it up. That one no good, no foul called. Winion on a fast break will reset it and slow it down. Williams takes the 3. That one is good. Now they're 8-point lead for the Lakers.
That was a long 3 too. Some might call that an NBA 3, with it being a little bit far back from the 3-point line.
Fortune will control it. 10:25 left. Down by 8 are the Vulcans. Drew Cook working with it. Finds 10-0 Fortune. Thought about a very long 3. Drew Cook going down low, and he will lose control out of bounds.
And it is going to be Mercyhurst possession. Cook was the last person to touch it. I'm not sure whether it got stripped out of his hand or if it just, the dribble had a little bit of a weird spin on it and just snuck right out of his hand. But regardless, Mercyhurst will get control, and California still going with a full court press here, or so it would seem.
Yeah, this is taken out of the book of a former California University disciple, Shaka Smart. A lot of you may know him as the head coach of Virginia Commonwealth, a Cinderella story from a couple years ago in the NCAA tournament. Coined the Havoc defense, where you play a very hard full court press. That's what the Vulcans are doing. They're about to get a foul on Armin Marks. That is going to be the 7th team foul. That will send Mercyhurst to the line for a 1-and-1.
Yeah, and you could see Marks just trying to claim his innocence and get the call to not go against him, but the officials had their eye on him and got the call.
Shot is up and good, so Winion has an opportunity to make it a 10-point lead now for the Lakers. Winion put it up, and it is good. So back to 10 points is the lead for the Lakers with 9:55 left. Fortune passes it to Jakubic. Jakubic trying to find an outlet. Finds Williams at the top of the key, and then over to Fortune near side. Williams takes the three. That one no good. Rebounded by Andy Hoying. And it's going to be Winion bringing it up. He's the leading scorer of 14 points for the Lakers. We have a steal right there almost by Chris Williams. It is going to be a foul call, I believe, actually, against Winion for Mercyhurst. So that's going to send California to the line for a 1-and-1 now. Both teams are in the bonus.
Both teams have 17 fouls, so that gets them in the bonus. And now California, with 9 minutes and 15 seconds left, they're really looking to get something going here. The score has been tied one time. California has never had a lead. The lead has always been in Mercyhurst's favor. So if California wants to get something going, the time is now.
Chris Williams is a 67% free throw shooter on the year so far, 12 of 18. So if he makes this one, he'll get an opportunity for two. If not, ball will most likely, depending on who gets the rebound, of course, but Mercyhurst has more numbers down low on the free throw opportunity. Williams first is up and good, so he will get an opportunity for a second. We'll see Art Cook check in. We'll see who is going to come out.
Art Cook will be substituting for Williams once he is done with his foul shots.
Thank you for that correction, Cody. We also see Drew Cook about to come in back as well. As Williams makes both of his free throws, Williams will quickly exit. Jakubic will exit as well. Well, Winion will control it, down by 8, 9-10 left. Still a lot of time left to come back in this one for the Vulcans. Mercyhurst has to hold them off for another 9 minutes. Winion tries to go down low against Cook. Still controls the ball, passes it over to Callan-Daly. Down low to Ewing, puts up the shot, and that one is an easy 2 points.
The lead is back to double digits. California trying to make this game a lot tighter than it is, but the scoring differential is just too large.
Cook controls it. Art Cook now. Pass almost out of bounds. Armin Marks able to control it. Over to Drew Cook. Goes down low, puts up the shot, and it is an easy 2 points on the layup.
That was a great effort there by Cook on that shot. I think he covered so much ground just in the air. You know, from the corner of the paint to underneath was all in midair.
Cook now has 8 points on the game with that bucket. Daly puts up the shot. That one no good, but he will be sent to the line for two opportunities. Foul on Armin Marks.
Armin Marks is second, team 8.
And substituting, or ready to substitute into the game for Mercyhurst is number 23, Jean Onana, who will be substituting after the first foul shot.
Daly's first is up and no good.
23.
Onana going to come in now for Greg Williams.
32, Greg Williams.
Onana, he is a sophomore on this team. Williams, a junior, so that's why you're seeing Onana come off the bench. I'm sure in the next couple of years you'll see him as a starter for this team. As Ian Hale is going to come in now for Callan-Daly.
Almost a little bit of confusion there by Mercyhurst, but Callan-Daly didn't know he was supposed to come off the court for a while, but California almost inbounded it in that time.
Tynell Fortune passes it out. Armin Marks now controls it at the top of the key. Marks now has it over to Drew Cook. Art Cook has it now, 4-3. That one is good. Now a 6-point lead for Mercyhurst.
Art Cook trying to get that spark going again with those three-point shots that we saw in the beginning of the game, and that's certainly a fantastic start to that.
If Art Cook can start to get hot, you might see him being ridden as the hot hand for the rest of this game. 7:27 left. Winian passes it over to Onana, takes the shot. It is no good. Offensive rebound almost put back in, but Dombrowski comes down with it. Fortune working down low. He's going to get fouled. We'll have to see who it's on. Number 11, Ian Hale. But that is going to be our third media timeout, so we'll have to wait for the free throw shots.
The score reads 48-42, and let's take a look at how we got here, Zach. The story has been the same. Mercyhurst has had so much more shot attempts than California has, and that's what's leading to more points right now. So with the 48-42 differential, you're seeing a lot of these shots go Mercyhurst's way, and there's that one shot by Cook, covered so much ground in midair, showing a lot of athleticism, and then that three-point shot by Art Cook got California back into this.
And Cody, the best way to watch all programming on CUTV, of course, is CUTV online. You can either go to cutv.cu.edu/live or go to our YouTube page at CUTV Sports 1, where you can see full game highlights, mini game highlights that you might see on our news center. You see everything, as well as some original programming that we do at our set. And then our tweet of the week, Cody. You can tweet CUTV at CUTV_PA or include the hashtag CUTVBooth for a chance to have your tweet read live on air. I'm not sure if we have a tweet of the week. So, Cody, I'm going to make up a tweet here now tonight and say that I believe California can get this one as close to as 2 points if their defense can really start to stand up. But whether they can come back or not, they're going to have to prove that to me tonight.
Yes, and if you see Art Cook and Tynell Fortune or several other players get hot from beyond the three-point arc, you could really see California get back into this game as well.
Fortune going to attempt the free throws. First one is up and good. If he makes this one, California will be down by only 4 points, their smallest deficit in quite some time.
But still, California has not yet had a lead in this entire game.
Second is up and good. 48-44 now, Mercyhurst with 7:14 left. This one is going to definitely come down to the wire, Cody. Both of the Mercyhurst Cal games did last year. Mercyhurst winning at home on a last-second shot in overtime. And then I'm sure some of you remember at home in the Convocation Center. I believe it was senior day, actually. Keith Lowe, last-second shot, gets it to go in. Now we're going to have possession and a timeout as the ball is stolen by Art Cook.
Yeah, that was a great footwork and hands work there by Art Cook, just to knock that dribble out of his hands, and right at midcourt. California very fortunate to fall on it and then call the timeout. So then they'll get the privilege to inbound it after the 30-second timeout. And Head Coach Brown is probably saying to his team, you guys have stepped up defensively. Now let's get some more points on the board. You're doing a fantastic job at stopping Mercyhurst from putting more up. So let's get some more up for ourselves and take the lead.
And Cody, last year in these games, there was a lot different players. California's lost a few seniors. Mercyhurst did as well. And one of them I actually just saw in the stands across the way, Louis Leao. He was the first All-American in Mercyhurst program history. He is here in attendance tonight. One of the best players in Mercyhurst history, in my opinion. Williams controls it now. Over to Art Cook. He will find Tynell Fortune. 6:45 left. Fortune going down low, puts up a shot, no good. But it's going to be an offensive foul against Fortune.
Yeah, Fortune's going to be called with the charge here. And you can see he knocked not one guy, but two defenders down. That was just one for each side, I guess you could say. Knocked down both defenders. So there's no double foul in basketball. So you can only get called for one charge, and that is what happened. Tynell Fortune got called for the charge.
Now Tynell Fortune will exit the game for Jake Jakubik. And Tynell Fortune, he is the leading scorer for the Vulcans. You might lose some offensive productivity with him out. Ball stolen away by Chris Williams, but they're actually going to call a foul against Chris Williams, and that's a very surprising call, Cody. Looks like he got all ball on that one. We'll have to look at the replay.
Yeah, Bill Brown is not happy about this call either. It didn't look like Williams made any contact with the body of the offensive player, but that's the the officials have been doing they've been like eagles on these players here today, making sure they play clean basketball, and they've been doing a fantastic job at it. So I'm not questioning any call, but but it's obvious that the Vulcans and Bill Brown weren't happy about it.
Callan Daly will go to the line for 2 shots. It's a double bonus now. He will make the first. 6:32 left. California now down by 5. Could be as many as 6 after this free throw. And the second free throw is good. Jakubik going to work it up against Hale. Sends it to Williams and then over to Art Cook and down low to Alonzo Murphy. Murphy in trouble. Finds Chris Williams. Almost tipped away out of bounds. Art Cook has it though. Williams fakes the 3. Goes down. He is going to get fouled by number 11, Ian Hale. I believe that's his 4th foul of the game already.
It is his 4th foul as it pops up on the scoreboard, and that is Mercyhurst's 9th team foul. So California is close to the double bonus themselves, and Chris Williams will be going to the free throw line here.
Chris Williams will have a 1-and-1 opportunity.
Number 32.
Hale is going to come out now because he is in such foul trouble. Williams going to come in. Chris Williams going to attempt at least 1 free throw, try and cut into this deficit. Puts the shot up. That one is no good. Rebounded by Callan Daly. Winion now controls it, facing a double team from Cook. Lytle now has it over to the far corner. Winion open for 3. That one no good. Ball goes out of bounds off Mercyhurst.
And it will go to control will go to California after that goes out of bounds. And I thought Winion might have spelled a little bit of disaster for himself. It looked like he might have stopped dribbling too early, but some good pass work there. You know, Mercyhurst has had great passing work, and it really saved him.
Murphy now controls it at the top over to Art Cook. Drew Cook now will have it. Art Cook trying to go down low, puts up the shot. That one no good. Rebound by Anthony Lytle. Winion, 5:15 left. Anthony Lytle almost has the ball taken away. Facing a lot of pressure. Will go out of bounds off Chris Williams.
5 minutes and 4 seconds left to go, Zach, and the deficit's still at 6. But when you take a look at this replay, I mean, it was a good attempt to get the ball down low, but just California's defense, you know, having nothing of it.
Ball stolen away almost by Chris Williams. Still possession. Williams for 3, and that one is good. And now a 9-point lead for the Lakers.
That's going to be a big, big nail in California's foot.
Now the ball out of bounds off Ewing with 4:37 left. As you see, Tynell Fortune going to come in now. Looks like for Jake Jakubik. Actually, no, Art Cook.
Coach Brown is going to be putting a lot more of his offensive weapons on the court here. You know, Tynell Fortune is one of the leaders on this entire team, along with Alonzo Murphy.
Now we're going to get a Mercyhurst timeout, Cody. So 4:37 left. California really trying to knit and grit their way back into this one. They've just not been able to have the offensive production they need to come back. but we're going to look at the upcoming broadcasts for California. On Saturday, we will have the final PSIC West home game of the semester against Edinburgh. And then on December 13th and 14th, we will have graduate and undergraduate commencement. For those of you at home that have some graduating seniors, you'll be able to watch on CUTV your student being able to walk across the stage and receiving their diploma.
Yeah, and it's very few telecasts are left in this semester, but then once the spring 2014 semester gets into high gear, we're going to be doing our best to bring you coverage of a lot of the Vulcan basketball games as they climb their way through the PSAC, both crossover and PSAC West rivalry games. Should be a fun season.
Shot attended by Alonzo Murphy. Does not go, but there's going to be a foul on Anthony Lytle.
55.
Actually, no. It's going against James Ewing, not Anthony Lytle. But although Alonzo Murphy's not the best free throw shooter in the world, it is a double bonus now for the Vulcans.
Yes, and that will this could really prove to be a big turning point here for the Vulcans if they want to get back into this game. If Mercyhurst continues to have a little bit of their foul trouble, you know, we might see a lot more trips to the free throw line. And just 1 point at a time, California will be climbing the ladder one rung at a time, metaphorically, back into this game.
Murphy made the first. It's an 8-point lead for the Lakers now. Murphy going to attempt the second. It is up and good. So 2 for 2 is Alonzo Murphy. Back to a 7-point lead for the Lakers. Now Alonzo Murphy takes it away. Puts up a shot down low. No good. Rebound by Chris Williams. Almost goes out of bounds, and ball is taken away by Jonathan Winion. Now Anthony Lytle with a monster dunk, Cody. We saw that last year as a Vulcan. He does it again against his former team.
And here comes California wasting no time. They don't want to get the crowd too excited here.
Now Williams going to go for a shot. It is no good, but he will go to the line. We'll see who the foul is going to be on with 4:03 left. It is going to be Callan Bailey. That is his fourth.
And that is the team's 11th team foul of the half. So both of these teams right now, both California and Mercyhurst, have been playing foul-rich basketball. You know, so maybe not been the cleanest one, but we've been seeing a lot of trips to the free throw line.
And Cody, we just saw Anthony Lytle take a monster dunk. He's actually grasping his ankles now, so we might see some later actions from that as he looked to be injured on that play, grasping his right ankle. Williams makes his first free throw.
Lytle's still checked in the game, though. He's underneath the hoop on the near side.
Now Williams going to take his second free throw attempt. Williams is up, and it just swirls in around the rim. Williams with the pass. Going against Alonzo Murphy. He will knock that one out of bounds, though. We reach our final media timeout. The Vulcans are trying desperately to come back in this one. Down by 7. The Lakers will have possession when we come back.
NCAA Division II has much to cheer about, as nearly 100,000 student athletes compete with passion and pride. And I'm pleased to share the best news of all. Student athletes are outperforming the rest of the D2 student body in graduation rates. Just another reason why you'll hear us say with pride, I chose Division II. Learn more at d2sa.org.
Let's take it to the field. Come through like a freight train, about to push the line back. Only see the gold line, don't matter if your line stack. Because I'm a soldier, you can see my face paint. Know that I'ma get mine by knowing that the rest can't. Ready.
And Cody, we welcome you back to a monster jam from Anthony Lytle, the former Vulcan, who now has, as I look at my stat sheet, 11 points and 3 rebounds on the game. Really doing a good job for his new team.
Yeah, Lytle showing a lot of I don't know what necessarily the word is that I'm looking for, but maybe not necessarily I told you so, but maybe a little bit of redemption thrown in there, against his former team, showing what he's made of and the stuff that he can do, and that's prime example right there.
Lytle came in averaging just under 9.5 points a game. Onana puts up a shot. That one no good. Rebounded by Alonzo Murphy. 3:48 left. Fortune fakes a three, sends it down low. Murphy tries to pass it away. He had an open lane to the basket, Cody.
The clock really starting to become a big factor here. Mercyhurst might start to melt a little bit of it off.
Now Onana will control it. Over to Greg Williams, takes a three. That one is good. Now a 10-point lead for the Lakers.
3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. California really starting to, the clock is not on their side.
Fortune with a shot, that one no good, well short. He had a lot of pressure, but now is going to be California ball as Onana will step out of bounds.
And ready to check in for the Vulcans is Art Cook. He will be substituting in for Alonzo Murphy, which is a little bit of a surprise since Alonzo Murphy's one of the big scoring leaders.
We also have Ian Hale come in for Gene Onana. That's also surprising because Hale has 4 fouls, and Onana is one of your best scorers if you're the Lakers. Fortune thought about a corner three. Trying to drive in. Passes out to Jakovic. Jakovic takes the three. That one no good, just rims out. Now Winyan gonna slow it down a little bit. Now we're going to get a foul, it looks like, against number 10, Drew Cook.
That's his first.
Drew Cook's first foul of the game comes like this. This might have been a little bit of a reach there on Winyan as he was trying to drive down the far side of the three-point arc, and that will send him to the the free throw line.
The first free throw is up and good from Winyan, who is a senior from Le Chesnay, France. Really proved to be the dagger for the Lakers last season against the Vulcans in the game here at the MAC. Fortune is going to bring it up, down by 12 now with 2:46 left. Now the ball is out of bounds from the control of Tynell Fortune. Lakers will control it. It seems like this game is starting to slip away from the Vulcans.
2 minutes and 41 seconds left. California is just, the time is melting off of the clock for them. Like hot butter, once you throw it into a frying pan, it's just melting and disappearing everywhere. California not really having the clock as their friend per se.
Well, Cody, I knew we had a couple cooks on the team. I didn't know I had a cook right next to me as well. But now we get back to action. Art Cook and Drew Cook both out on the floor. The irony there, if you can find it, is Winyan is trying to drive down low. Hale going to go along the baseline. Winyan has it again, 8 on the shot clock. Back to Hale, shot is blocked, but a hard foul from Chris Williams. That is going to be his 4th, I believe.
Yeah, that is not Chris Williams, not Chris Williams' first over the back foul. We've seen him go very aggressively for those shots over the backs of the shooters many times during this game, and that's 4 times I guess the officials have called it. So that's proving to be costly for the Vulcans here.
The first one is up and good from Hale. That is his first point of the game, actually. He's really not contributing from the offensive standpoint. He does have 4 assists and 2 rebounds, however.
And he also has 4 fouls, you said, correct?
Yes. Now Hale's second one is missed. Jakubic with the rebound, down by 13. California has to work fast and get a lot of big buckets. Drew Cook with it. Art Cook now in the corner, going down low, puts the shot up. That one no good, just rims out. Drew Cook tries to take it away. Winyan with it, sends it back to Ian Hale with 1:41 left. Down by 13. California needs a miracle now to come back. Winion's shot, no good, but there's going to be a foul. Let's see who it's called on. That is going to be Armin Marks. That is his second.
Armin Marks here putting his hand up, possibly blocking the path of the shooter on his way up, and that'll cause the whistle to be blown. But 92 seconds left, I beg your pardon, in this game, and California isn't intentionally fouling Mercyhurst right now. It might be because they're already in the double bonus. They don't really see much of a point to try to get the ball back in that way.
See Callum Daly come in for Greg Williams. Callum Daly also has 4 fouls for the Lakers, so both players in foul trouble are out there on the court. Winion's second is right off the front of the rim, just barely hit it. Rebound by Chris Williams. Armin Marks takes a shot. That one does not fall in, does not get the friendly roll. Andy Hoying with the rebound. But it's actually going to be out of bounds off Hoying. California will get possession back.
And it will be California control with 1 minute and 17 seconds left to go. Running out of time here are the Vulcans, down by 14.
Now we're going to get a mix-up, and Jakubik is going to be called for the foul. I did not exactly see out of the corner of my eye what happened. We might be fortunate enough to get a replay, but we're not, as our directors told me no.
Yeah, that was certainly a bizarre event. It was a little bit of a bizarre event that you saw a foul occur before the ball was inbounded. You usually don't see that. I played basketball for a number of years. I've never seen it. And
we also now have a foul on Armin Marks. That is his 4th. So this game really slipping out of the clutches of California's grasp. And you know, if you make one here, it's 15. If you make both, it's 16. And with 1:17 left, Cody, I don't want to write off the Vulcans just yet, but it's going to be very difficult for them to come back.
Yeah, there have been a lot of fouls in this game. The scoreboard in front of us is reading 10 for both sides, but it's way more than that. They've gone into the double bonus many times before.
Looks like the total is actually going to be around 17 now, Cody. They actually have less than Mercyhurst does, though, however. Mercyhurst has 20 team fouls through the game. So the foul trouble really kind of proved into both sides. It's just California got into it at the wrong times, it seems. Got some foul calls that they didn't agree with, but that's going to happen in every game, and they just didn't take advantage of the offensive opportunities they had.
55, Ewing for Lytle.
And now we see James Ewing check back in for Anthony Lytle. You have your starters out there for Mercyhurst, as well as for California, with the exception of Dombrowski. As we're going to get, it looks like it might be a palming. I'm not exactly sure. I could not tell what Hale was doing because his back was turned with the ball on the other side of him. But it's going to be California possession nonetheless. Marks with a long 3, and that one is good. Armin Marks now has 6 points in the game, and Jakubik takes it away, puts up a shot that is no good. Out of bounds, off of California, and it's Mercyhurst ball.
And California is not happy about that. Looked like it might have gone off of a Mercyhurst player, but we're not entirely sure. And now they do switch it. It's reversed. It is California's possession now.
52.3 seconds left. The Vulcans are down by 13. That one in the backcourt. Armin Marks has it. Marks takes another 3. That one almost goes, just hits out. Now Winion is going to bring it up. Just going to slow it down. There's an 8-second differential between the clocks with 33 seconds overall left.
You can hear the Mercyhurst fans starting to applaud. They know that this one is 99% in the bag right now with 20 seconds left to go in the game.
Now Ian Hale trying to work with it, just letting the time run off the clock. You have 6 on the shot clock. Might even take a shot clock violation here, and they will. So California will get the ball back now with 7.7 seconds left, Cody. And California, they're 0-3 now in PSAC West play. They've lost by double digits in all their games. They need to find something to get them on the right track this year.
Yeah, something is bound to click. It just might take a little bit to find it. But that's up to Coach Bill Brown and the rest of his team to figure out.
Our final score, 64-51. Mercyhurst escapes with the victory. California not able to complete the comeback. For Cody Jeanette and all our crew on CUTV, I'm Zach Lamar. Thank you for joining us at the MAC.